Hello again, YouTube. Today I'm going to be showing you how to clean your Wahl clippers. So if you have your clippers and they're not cutting as well as they used to, or it's not running as fast as it used to, or it just feels sluggish to you, you probably need to clean it out more than just up here in the bristle area. You actually have to take this apart and get all the nasty hair that's caked on the inside. So very simple, easy thing to do. First, you're going to take out these two screws. All you'll need for this is just your larger end and smaller end screwdriver and some kind of brush to clean it out with. So first, take these two out. And once you take those two out, this top is going to come off. And the bottom will either be stuck to this or stuck to this, but just remember that they go together like this when you put it back. And it's going to go in like this with the lip on here and the rounded edge facing up. But I'll remind you when we put it back together. So now you have this, and you have this deep well in here where all that hair can get caught up in, and this thing can't go back and forth as fast as it could. So go ahead and clean that out, and once you're done and you want to go even further, this screw and this screw, that's what you need the smaller screwdriver for. Take those out so you can take this whole assembly out. Now that you're done taking those out, I have a little side lever here. Move that up so you can get to this last screw and take that one out. Alright, now that you have this whole thing out, you can clean the underside of this. And this is your assembly that came out. You can clean the back side of this. And before you put everything back together, get some kind of lubricant or grease and just make sure you go through everything on each one of these pieces, so when you put this back together it can run cooler and not overheat while you're using it. So that's all the pieces. Don't forget the screws. But once you're done lubricating it back up, it's going to go on just like you took it off. So this end's going to come straight down onto the top, and you're going to put the 3 screws back on. Alright, now that that's back on, you got all 3 screws back on there. These are going to go back on, so obviously the part that's engraved with Wahl is going to go on top, and this piece is going to go on here first. The middle portion is going to fit right on this, if it'll focus. This piece right here, it's not going to really pop into place or slide on, but it's gonna set. It's the same shape, but it's gonna set right up in there. Just make sure you have it facing up like this, and you do that. Put this one on top and put the 2 screws in here and here. Alright, and once you put these screws in here, don't tighten them up just yet. Just get them on enough to where you can move this up and down. See how it's sliding around? You want to make sure, because you don't want it slid up all the way, because as you can see, when the bottom's going, it's not going to cut anything. So once you put those screws in, make sure it's slid all the way down as far as it can go, so it'll actually cut when it's on there. And once everything is nice and even and you tighten it down and you've greased everything up, go ahead and turn it on. Make sure everything works, and it's back to new.